Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday here at Highlight Crafts. We've got a lovely day in store and lined up for you. Kicking the day off with, of course, Thrifty Thursday, which usually comes to you and always does come to you at 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning. And I'm delighted to share with you we've got back in stocks with Cadence. I know, Reflectique paints back in stock, expanding relief paste back in stock just in time for Christmas, because you can add all of this to Christmas creations you've already made as a last finishing touch. I cannot wait to take you all through it. Also, today, for this particular hour, I'm joined by, of course, the lovely Sean on cameras.
Morning.
There is our Sean. And I also have Amber producing and directing in the wings of the room.
Is that lovely?
She's lovely. She is lovely. Sorry, I gave Sean a lovely, didn't give you a lovely.
No.
The lovely, beautiful, one and only producer director that has to be Amber, of course. There we go. I think I've redeemed myself. But I've also got Corinne Robinson in the building today. Corinne's going to be doing quite a few shows for you today, which I'm very much excited about. I'm going to be joining Corinne in that studio next door as soon as this one is over. And we're going to take you through a brand new collection from Two Red Robins. I know she's really excited to get her teeth into launching a collection for all of you at home, which I am also very excited to see. Good morning to each and every one of you joining us today. Good morning, Miriam. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Alan, as well. So, Renato, Patrick, Guy. Hi, David and the team. How are you all doing this morning? We're all good, thank you. I hope you're well also, Alan. Doreen, good morning to yourself. Karen Price, good morning, everyone. Ria Jensen, good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. Barbara B's with us as well. Good morning to you, Barbara. Says, good morning, everyone. Only here for a short time as a hospital appointment is on its way. Barbara, sending lots of love. I hope everything is all well. Right, I'll crack on with it, Barbara, so you can find out exactly what we've got in store for you on today's show. Let me know you're there, though. Okay, keep us company in the comments. Right, before I go into everything that we have for you on the shows, I'm just going to share with you how it all works here at Highlight Crafts for those of you who may have just joined us or may have found us recently and you're wanting a brief recap. This is how you shop with us and get inspired and get involved here at Highlight Crafts. Well, we come to you Monday through till Saturday live on Facebook, Instagram, the website and YouTube. Now, if you're watching us on Facebook or Instagram, our two social media platforms, on those two places you can shop with us, you can watch and you can get involved and comment. Now, you'll see in the comments section underneath that video loads of people typing in their good mornings, typing in what they're up for the breakfast, all that sort of stuff. That's where you also do your shopping. So if there's an item that takes your fancy and it's displayed on the screen and the details are there, such as shop reflect with the price, you then can quite simply add it to your basket by going straight to the comment section, typing the word shop and then followed by the word which is appropriate to that product. So it would be, for example, shop reflect in the comments. As soon as you type those shop codes into the comments, it automatically adds it into your basket. Now, along with doing that, it will also send you a direct message. Now, within that direct message, you'll have a reservation and also a link from us. All that you then need to do is click on that link. That will then redirect you straight on over to the Highlight Crafts website. Now, when you get to their website, when you reach that destination, all you then need to do is check out your order. But please have a browse of the website, have a little look around, see what else we've got going on, because today for Black Friday, we've got half price on in the studio. So anything exempt from, well, anything that launched in November is exempt, but you can go onto the In the Studio brand page and have a little look, and we've got 50% off pretty much everything. It is bonkers. Even collections that we have launching today, we've done a great deal on them for you, so you're still not going to be missing out. So please definitely take a look at that. Also as well, just have a little browse of the outlet, see what else takes your fancy, but then just before you press checkout, log into your account, okay? Log into your Highlight Crafts account. That will entitle you then to additional discounts on top of today's sale prices, but along with that, you'll also get free postage when you spend over £35, which is brilliant. I love that. There's so many websites I shop with where it's £100 or over spend for free postage, and I think I've got to spend £100 to save £2.95 on my postage. No, £35, brilliant. Also as well, you will build up points with every purchase that you make. So again, all more reasons to get involved and join the Highlight Crafts Club, which is actually a free club as well to join. And you don't get to miss out on any offers because we tell you everything that's going on. You can shop ahead on the website as well, not just for today's show, but everything that we have going on today, you can shop ahead. Also, along with that, you can watch us on YouTube. So if you want to put us on your big TV, telly screen, then you can watch us. Hey, put my new telly up last night, Amber. Oh, well, I say I put it up. It was already up when I got home. Luke couldn't wait. Got a telly in the Black Friday sale. Do you know, me and Luke bought our house 5 years ago and we were still using telly from my bedroom, living room, because we'd never finished the living room. It had never been finished being decorated, and we didn't mind. It was only small. It was like watching every film on a Tamagotchi. It was like... no, I don't. I'll take one for you. I'll take a picture once my Christmas trimming's up around it. I said to Luke, I want that telly because I can fit my garland underneath it. So that's why I liked it. Luke liked it because it did certain things. But yeah, Black Friday's amazing, right? Which is why we've got these great deals on, to take advantage of them. Let's have a little look. Oh, good morning to you, Veronica, as well. Good morning to Val. We've got lovely Val joining us. Hi, David. Can you please let me know if the Cadence Reflectique paint is waterproof once it is dry? It's indeed splash proof. It will adhere to many different surfaces. If you want to make it weatherproof outside, you can varnish it. But once it's on there, it's not going to budge anywhere. It's very similar to the hybrids. But of course, if you're going to be putting it on glassware, such as the ones I've done here, if you run that under a tap, it will not soften and peel away. But you can give it a coat of Aquastone if you wanted to make it so that it's, you know, all year safe out in the garden. But it's not going to budge. Deborah, good morning to you as well. Good morning to you, Wendy Corbett. It's great to see you, Linda. Everyone's in the comments. Right, okay. I better carry on, and I better get started. Right. I have been incredibly excited about this being back in stock. We introduced this, I think, midsummer. When we got it in, it sold out. It all went. Every single bit of it went. Okay. In the launch hour, it absolutely flew. And then by the end of that day, it had pretty much gone. We'll have it back in stock. Now, what this actually is the most reflective. And when I went to Cadence, they said to me, we are formulating a paint that is the most reflective metallic paint that we've ever released, that is still a paint without being a spray. And I was like, what? And they went, and we're going to do it textured. So they bought it out, and this is before it had fancy packaging. It was just in a little bottle because it had not quite finished yet. And oh my goodness, I was floored by this medium. It looks incredible on glassware. It looks beautiful on ceramics. You can use it on paper and cardstock. You can use it through a stencil. You can use dry brushing techniques with this. You can use full surface coverage. This is your Reflectique paint from Cadence. Now, we actually have it in a bundle for you, where you are going to receive the pearl, silver, and the gold, all three of those traditional shades that are going to be coming to you as one whole Reflectique collection. But guess what? The price is nowhere near the full price that this originally was. It's down to £17.98. These are your three colours that you're going to be receiving just here. It should be £26.97. You're going to get inside here your silver, which gives you this ultimate reflective. Look at the texture on that glass. And look how reflective it is. It catches the light in all those different angles. Can you see how it flashes there? Isn't that amazing? It is like nothing else. No other metallic paint does this, because what this does, it's got metal flakes in there and of course mica, but it's also got a very small grit inside it, which creates this soft but also most coarse texture at the same time. But it allows it to have this really reflective finish, which of course gives it its name. So when things are spinning, when things are moving, when you're doing ornamental pieces for the Christmas tree, it looks unreal, okay? Now that there is your silver, you are also going to get inside here as well your pearl. Now look at that pearl there. You can see again, look at the texture. It looks like snow. This is glass, by the way. It was completely transparent. You've got all of that inside there, and then you have the gold. I mean, look at that gold. Is that not absolutely exquisite? The texture on the surface of this glass is unreal. In fact, I painted a vase yesterday with the silver. I'm just going to grab it. Look at that. Look how sparkly it is. It looks amazing. It looks like it's encrusted in diamonds. It's frosted all over the surface. But this is the effect you can only achieve with this medium. And I do need to let you know that the back in stock, already 10% of it has gone. Already. We're only a few minutes into me even talking about it, and already 10% of the stock is gone. If you want to go for yours today, I would strongly advise doing so during the Thrifty Thursday hour. It's Shop Reflect, okay, to get yours in your basket. $17.98 is the price that you're paying before your club discount. It's going to be less than that at checkout for you, because you're going to get your discounts on top of this as well. Surfaces to think about. Through your stencils, you can use it on a palette knife as a paste. You can use it as a general paint for glass, for metal, ceramics, all that sort of stuff, polystyrene, plastic, go directly onto cardstock, we can go onto vinyl, all those sort of different materials. This is brilliant. But it comes in these three colours, it only comes in these three colours at the moment. It is such a specialist paint from Cadence because of its superior with in terms of being reflective and metallic. Shop Reflect, perfect for Christmas, get it now, because of course whether you've got old Christmas ornaments, you want to jazz them up a little bit, you want to add some frost to the surface, you want to add just that little bit of shimmer and sparkle, but you don't want it to be overbearing, you want it to be just perfect and professional. This is the one to use. Shop Reflect, £17.98. Now, I'm just going to skip on down here a second because we've got plenty of other items on the show, which I'm definitely going to be going to in a minute, but this, I can't believe I've got it back. It's your expanding paste from Cadence. The expanding paste is, oh my goodness, it's amazing. Now, if you saw this at launch, you know exactly what this does. You paste this on or paint it on, add heat to it, and it puffs up like popcorn, okay? It expands, it moves, which means, I'm going to show you what I've been doing because I've had some right fun with this. It will go into fabric and it's washable. So you can see here, look at that. It's created this wonderful flocked texture on the fabric. It's amazing, it feels wonderful as well. So it puffs up and expands on the surface. We then also have it here on a card where I've created fake snow down in the bottom. Look how it's all puffed up and popcorned down in the base. Now this is one of the most popular items from Cadence because it's so unique in the way that it reacts with heat and the way that it evolves. This one is Shop Expand. It's £14.99 for 150ml. And my good, I'm still using the same tub from when it's first launched at the start of summer. It goes such a long way. I think it was before summer actually. It was more like springtime. And I've done tote bags, I've done t-shirts, I've done vases, all sorts. Please get it now though, because I don't know how long it's going to last. Talking about things not lasting long, I've got something to share with you. The reflective bundle, your Reflectique, your silver, your pearl and gold in the bundle together. 30% of the stock has now gone of that. 30% has disappeared, okay? Please do not miss out if you are wanting this, okay? Because I do not want anyone to be disappointed. And as well, with this being one of the most festive, crystallizing, frosty effects ever from Cadence in terms of paint, we're not going to be getting this back in now before Christmas. We're only about 4 weeks away till Christmas now. We are absolutely not having another delivery before then from Cadence. It will now be in the new year, so we will not be bringing this back and saying we've got it back in just before Christmas. That's not going to happen. This is it. I've got a couple of questions coming through as well, so definitely want to get those answered for you. Good morning, Pauline. Pauline says to us, good morning, David and everyone. Can the reflective paint be used on polystyrene shapes, please? Yes, absolutely it can. It loves polystyrene. It loves plastic. It loves styrofoam, polystyrene, acrylic, perspex. You can paint it on all slick, porous, and of course flexible surfaces. It is also flexible. So if you're painting it on a surface that's got a slight movement to it, don't worry, it won't crack. I also love that about it. But yeah, soft surfaces as well. You can actually use this as well onto fabric. It's not designed for it, but you can use it on top of fabric as well. Just be very gentle washing or cleaning with them. Great for decorative fabrics like Christmas stockings. Maybe it's going to be for tablewares, things like that. Looks absolutely incredible on glassware though. Got to say that. But yeah, this one, it is flying. 30% of the bundle has now gone. Okay, disappeared. Another question's coming through. Annette Gilbert says, good morning to you, Annette. Can you use this on epoxy resin and resin cast? Annette, 100% you can do, absolutely. You can use it on your epoxy, you can use it on your resin cast, your black resin cast, your white, your jasmonite. You can use it on all different resin mediums. It will be perfectly fine. In fact, so much so, I think it would be quite interesting to do a shallow pour of epoxy, then paint that once it's dry with Reflectique and top it back up with the rest of the resin. I think that would look rather special, wouldn't it? But yes, absolutely you can use those. Oh, got a Wendy question. Got a question from Wendy as well. We like a Wendy question. Good morning to you, Wendy. It says, can you put the pearl reflective paint on top of a colour layer of paint? Yes, absolutely you can do. That's really interesting you should mention that. Something else to mention about this is you can do layering with it. So say, for example, if you painted a project red, but you wanted to have the reflective sort of texture and of course that finish over the top, do a single coat. A single coat will apply thinly, but will give you a shimmer and reflectiveness whilst also taking on what colour is placed underneath. If you want to have full coat coverage like this though, 2 coats of paint is recommended. But look at that. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, I cannot get over the flash, the shimmer. You can see in between the granules inside here how it almost looks like it's been mirror sprayed. You can see it's like sheet metal. Now this looks like it's been sort of carved out of iron or steel. I don't know how they managed to create it, but as I just tilt that like that and you can see the light almost reflecting off every single angle inside here, I thought this was probably one of the best objects to paint for you so that you could see it in its fullest form, because it's, and I can't begin to tell you how frustrating it can be here as a crafter through and through, trying to share with you the products in their beauty, and sometimes on the camera it doesn't always pick up. But then when you come and visit us in the academy and go, oh my goodness, it didn't look like that when you showed it me. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's really tricky. And that is, of course, just the nature of sharing it with you through a lens. Sorry, everyone. Voice is going 15 minutes into the day. I've got a few shows lined up, so that better not go. Right, okay. Should we have a look at some more stuff for you? Also, 40% of the Reflectique has now gone. I do feel like in a few moments' time, we're going to be approaching half the stock of that gone. Please don't miss out. I will absolutely be demonstrating it for you during the hour as well. Got lots of demonstration and inspiration planned, so stay with us. If you've got it in your basket or get it in your basket, I'll be demoing it later on throughout the show. Right, we have for you the artsy stones. Now the artsy stones here, we've got them in a bundle for you. These are brilliant, okay? They are a mixed media product, but in today, you're getting 4 parts. So you're getting 2 of your large bowls there, okay, and you're also getting 2 packs of your smaller ones, which are great for shaker cards because they don't create static. Now, with your artsy stones, mix them into your icy snow paste, mix them with your Reflectique, mix them with your snow foam paint, your gessos, and it creates that wonderful puthered up fluffy snow technique. Also as well, if you're going to mix it into adhesives or gessos and paste it onto a project, let it dry, brush over with your gilding waxes, it looks incredible. Now to get 4 parts of artsy stones there for $8.99 is a ridiculous price. 90ml pots these, you get absolutely tons of them. You're getting hundreds of thousands of those little teeny tiny balls inside there, but these ones are quite big. Now what you can also do, you can colour them all in one go. You can put them in a little paper cup and spritz them with your ink sprays, and because they're plaster, they take on ink really well. Shop stone, I stock up on these quite frequently. Again, being used in shaker cards, they're brilliant for that. Shop stone, $8.99 for 4 pots of those. Do also have the snow foam paint here still for you, available on the show. You're getting a massive 250ml pot of this. $10.99 though is all that you're paying for a ginormous tub. This dries spongy. When I say spongy, it dries with relief. So you can still press into it and it's softer even when set. But the beauty of this is you can stencil it onto windows, onto glassware, onto ornamental pieces. And if you don't like it, you can wash it off. Just wash it off with warm soapy water, doesn't matter. So with this medium, it's there to stay until you want it to be gone. So you could stencil it onto your windows on the inside of the house if you wanted. It'll look crisp, professional. It won't look like it's been sprayed with one of those aerosol cans. But then when you're ready, spritz it with some warm soapy water and it will just come away for you. Also as well, you can decorate pieces of wood, metal furniture, glassware, all that sort of stuff. And again, it will stay there year after year until you want to remove it. It's amazing. Icy snow paste. We also have this down at the front of the counter just here for you. The icy snow paste is a firm favourite medium for Christmas effects from Cadence of mine. It's shop icy, it's $9.99 for this, and honestly, it is one of the best snow effects out there ever. It is like pure white porcelain cement. It's a gritty texture with glitter and mica combined, but it allows itself to stay dimensional, filled and fluffed out on any surface you apply it to, and I'll show you how it works. It's the best. Also, I need to tell you, I said this was going to happen, 50% of the Reflectique bundle has now gone. Shop Reflect, $17.98. We are just over a quarter of the way into today's first hour, and already 50% of the stock of this has gone. Hello, Amber.
Jacqueline said, can this paint be used for stencils?
Yes, absolutely. Jacqueline, a question coming through for you says, can this paint be used for stenciling? Yes, it can be used for stenciling. I'll show you through a stencil, show you how that looks, but 100% you can use it through stencils as well. Right, also just to remind you, again, of that expanding paint that we've got here. This is your Cadence Expanding Relief Paste. Paste it on through a stencil, paint it on with a brush, dab it on with a little stippling brush, add your heat gun to it, and it puffs up like popcorn, okay? It literally, you paint it, add heat, it goes like this. It looks brilliant. I cannot wait to show you that demonstration. I'm actually really excited about that one. I love doing it. I'll do a little swatch first just so you can see, and then we'll do a proper project. So that one there for you, it's only $14.99 as well, and that pot might even still be with you next Christmas. It lasts that long. With all of your Cadence mediums, even they've got a foil cap on the larger tubs like this, you take it off, okay, and you'll have that foil cap. As you open or peel this back, do try and save the larger foil caps because they do help to keep a little bit of moisture in there. Your smaller tubs, don't worry about saving them, but if you ever misplace it, just put a bit of cling film over the top as you put your lid back on, and it'll just keep the moisture inside them. But it'll last you absolutely years, don't worry. Lots of you getting involved in the comments. I think everyone's excited about getting their Reflectique paint home. It's absolutely flying, that paint though. Please do not miss out on it. Shop Reflect. I don't think we're going to have any left by the end of the show. So thank you so much for taking part and joining us for not only this hour, but for the rest of the hours today that we've got ahead. But what a great start to the day, everyone getting hold of their Cadence back in stock. Right, I'm going to whiz through these items, and then I'm going to go show you a demo, and then we'll come back and recap what we have left. We've got the Aquastone here. Now, we had this on the other day, and so many of you are shopping ahead for your Aquastone because, of course, we now know that when these big bottles have gone, they're not coming back till next year. We've got the matte for you at $39.99. This is the matte Aquastone varnish. It will, of course, go onto any surface. It makes it fully waterproof. It locks everything in and stops moisture from getting inside. So it makes it water resistant, splash proof, all of that sort of stuff. Shop matte, £39.99. We do have the gloss as well available for you. Shop gloss, £39.99. Those are both 500 mils. One's a matte, one's a shiny. It's entirely up to you which one you want to go for. Right, as well for you, we do have some surfaces now. We've got these still remaining in stock. Not a great deal of them though. These, oh, we've only got 4 of these left. A limited stock, everybody. These have been really popular. They're down to $12.99 for 6. Right, okay, if there's any of these left, I'm 100% getting them now. I said this the other week, but they've come down even further. They should be £41 and 4 pence. You get 6 beautiful bowls. They're white porcelain, fully glazed, with a wonderful, just a little dip in the centre. Would be great for candles, great for potpourri, something Christmassy, maybe some extra baubles you've got left over would look great inside here on the table with some fairy lights in. Or of course, like the ones I bought, we use them to eat off. Now you can use a wonderful little pasta dish inside here, I think would look rather nice. Shop bowl, $12.99 for those though. Absolutely incredible deal on them. Fabulous. How much would you pay for those in an apartment store? You'd pay a fortune. Right, we've got the rectangular scalloped ones as well. Shop for this one is shop plate, $8.99 for 2 of them. This should be $10.98 for the pair of them. Large rectangular ones. Again, these look great out on a dining table. Serving plates if you wanted to. Maybe you're going to be using them for your Christmas dinner. But again, 2 wonderful rectangular plates there. Shop plate, £8.99. Now, something that I know you're all going to love that's back in is this massive lace mould. Now, this is the multi-lace panel mould. Shop lace for this one. You can paste things like your snow foam paint and your icy snow paste inside these moulds, you know. Paste them in and peel them out, so you can use these two as a flexible moulding medium if you wish to do so. You spread it through with a palette knife like butter and paste it all over the mould, and then you just peel it out and you can cut them down, you can wrap them around items, make flowers out of them, but that's almost like an A3 piece of paper that's that sort of size, and you're getting 3 different lace panels inside there. Shop lace, $14.99. Oh my goodness, it's $14.99. It's come down from £27.99. How is that actually a thing? I don't know how we've done that. I did not know it was going to be that price. $14.99 for that. Absolutely stock up on it. I mean, if you've already got one, get another one. Whilst one's dry and fill another. That's a fabulous deal. Do not miss out on that one, everybody. Oh, I need to tell Jane about that. She's going to be absolutely buzzing. Right, okay, we now have down here another variety set of these silicone moulds. Now, these are flat and flush, which again means you can paste inside these. Use your snow foam paint. Use lots of different mediums inside here. Your flexible relief paste. You can use your icy snow paste, paste it in, peel it out, and then you've got your own decorative elements. Now, Jane filled these with resin, but again, you can use all those shallow fill mediums, and you can use things like chocolate and ice inside those as well. Just make sure to keep them separate. They're only $22.99 though for all of those. Definitely get them. We don't have a great deal of those left. Also, the palette knives. We have them on the show for many different reasons, but the main one being if you're going to be adding mediums into these lace moulds, you're going to need a palette knife to do it. Now, I'd suggest using this longest one here inside there to fill those. You get a set of 5 in total. Shop palette, £17.99. Now, I'm going to go over and demo for you. The items that I'm going to demo, I mean, we're absolutely flying for the Reflectique paint, so congratulations. I'm going to demo the expanding paste and the Reflectique paint for you. So again, just a gentle reminder, the Reflectique paint, already 50% of the stock of that has gone. It is £17.98 for 3 pots. You get in the pearl, silver and the gold. Glorious colours in all brand. Oh, 60% of it now has gone. We've just reached the busiest point, everybody, during our show where I do believe, and this does happen quite frequently, about 8:30, lots more of you start to join the hour. So welcome to the show. Here today we have got your Thrifty Thursday hour with items from Cadence back in stock that you've been waiting for months. Some of you have been waiting for it because you missed out first time. Some of you have been waiting for it because you bought it last time and you've already used it and you want to get more. Well, today's the day. You ain't got long. You ain't got long. Oh, we've got a question coming through as well. Sandra, good morning to you, Sandra. Sorry, don't know if my question has gone through. Can the Reflectique paint be used on PLA 3D printer filament? Oh, I'm not 100% sure, Sandra. I've never ever worked with that in my life. The printer filament, I'm guessing obviously once you've created a 3D print with that object, I'm assuming you're wanting to paint that final object. If it's a plastic, I'm guessing would be absolutely fine. I don't see why it would be an issue. You may want to gesso it first though, or just put a primer on it. Don't see why it would be a problem. I'll have to have a look. I'm not quite sure of that medium, but with 3D printers, I know loads of people do paint their objects afterwards, so I don't see why it would be an issue. It's a water-based product, so it shouldn't react with anything on the surface. So yeah, I would say you would be good to go with no issue really. But if it's any more information in terms of what that medium is, that would be brilliant. Pauline as well, another question from yourself. If using the snow foam in the lace molds, how long does it to leave it before removing? Great question, Pauline. You want to leave it for at least about 2 hours, okay? About 2 hours at least. A little bit longer if it's still not quite ready. But I think I left mine for about 2.5 hours at room temperature and it was absolutely fine. Did one in the last show and peeled it out and it looked fab. Also, it's super stretchy and flexible, so you can use it in either of those. We're going to have a look at the Reflectique paint. Over 60% of that gone now, by the way, so really, really busy. Thank you so much for shopping with us today. The expanding paste as well for you. We're going to go and have a look at that because I think as soon as you see that, you're going to know exactly what to do. Right, let's have a little look, shall we? Got my water with me, staying hydrated. Got to today. Right, okay, so let's have a little look, shall we? I'm going to start off with just putting some of this snow expanding paste, out onto here and showing you what happens. All right. Now let's get a brush. Just going to grab. Let's see if I've got a little bit of tissue in here. Always got a bit of tissue in my pocket. Always. There we are. I'm going to take a little bit of this from the pot. Here we go. So let's take some of that out, and I'm just going to put it here. Just onto the cardstock. This is your expanding paste from Cadence, okay? Now when you paint it on, it's completely white. It'll stay white, but look how silky and smooth it is. Just like this. And I'm just gonna put that there. Watch what happens when we bring the heat in. Okay, we're gonna get all really close here because I'm gonna bring the heat to temperature. So I don't want to start talking and compete with it. So I'm gonna bring the heat gun on and watch what happens. Look at that. It's created all that puffed up foam in seconds. Now that's dry. Let it cool down. How cool is that? It's unbelievable. So you can do that then through a stencil and it puffs up with, of course, that heat. So let's go through a stencil to try that. Grab another piece of cardstock. Let's see, get a piece of card from under here. Grab one of our stencils. I'm just going to use this beautiful Christmas one. Let's get some tape just to hold this down. Can use some stencil spray if we needed to, but I'm just going to use it like this. Grab my palette knife. Again, remember palette knife's an important part of the process with this. And you can see the consistency of it here. It's quite thin, okay? So it's not like a gesso. It's not like your usual paste. It is slightly thinner. So I'm just going to go straight over the top of this design. Okay, like this. I'm not being too cautious to fill the whole thing. I'm just sort of spreading over like that. But we do want it quite thick, so it does give us a wonderful effect. There we go, and I'm just going to do probably halfway down of this stencil. You can see how little it uses as well, which I do really like. Now, I'm going to take that stencil away, just like that, pop that to one side for a moment, put my palette knife in water, and let's bring the heat to this now. This is going to look so good. Right. Heat to the stenciled area. And watch how this just starts to expand. Gosh, this one's really puffing up. Look at that. It is literally like popcorn, watching it work. It's unreal. And again, you can use this on fabric, cardstock. Use it on all sorts. Here we go. And just chase it down, almost like you're using embossing powder. You just keep following it where it starts to react. Remember, this is $14.99. It is a brilliant price, and it's perfect for Christmas. Here we go. Wow. That looks crazy. Look at that. Fabulous. So let's go around here, a little bit just there to finish off. Wonderful. A little bit just there. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that texture now that we've got on this. It feels flocked. It literally feels like velvet. See that squeak? It is literally turned straight away into a wonderful, almost looks like a knitted texture that you've got with this. That heat instantly reacts with that medium. It heats it up to a high temperature, but you do need a heat gun to do it. A hairdryer won't quite be hot enough. Use a heat tool, and then again you can do it onto fabric. Look at this. And then you can wash it on the fabric as well. It actually bonds to the fibres. So you can see that even on a tote bag, it is bonded to the fabric and then it becomes washable. This for you is Shop Expand. It's £14.99. Right, 80% of the Reflectique paint has gone, which for me says I really need to show it you, okay, before it goes. Oh, great. Okay, we've got some questions come through. Have a look at some questions that we've had. Let's have a little look. Jane, oh hi Jane, I hope you're well. She says, can you mix expanding paste with paint? Jane, absolutely you can do. With your expanding paste, if you put a little bit of hybrid in there, you can mix it to create a different colour. That's perfectly safe to do, so don't worry, you can do that. I'll see if I've got a paint with me. If not, I'll quickly grab just any random colour of hybrid acrylic and I'll mix it with it so you can see how that works. Also, another great shout is once it has actually mixed, you can paint it afterwards, or you can rub gilding waxes over the top of it. It's entirely up to you, but yes, don't worry, you can absolutely mix it with those. Amber, I don't know if you want to drop a message in, sorry my love, if anyone could just bring any random colour of hybrid acrylic. Yeah, or just any colour at all. A pink would be nice. Any colour of pink. No, but any colour's fine. Marina Bowen as well. It says, can you colour the expanding foam before adding it? So what can you use? Marina, sorry, just got that one. We're going to read and do that for you in a second. And at Gilbert, can the expanding paste be mixed with other cadence mediums? It can do, mainly pigments though. So I wouldn't suggest mixing it with anything else that's not just purely a paint. Water-based paint is fine because remember you're adding heat to that. So you don't want to mix it with anything that could create anything toxic through that heat. Lizzie as well says, does the expanding paste feel soft or hard? One set, David, it's soft. It feels really nice and soft. It's flexible. It literally feels like, I used to have a t-shirt like this with a printed design on it. It feels like that manufactured, just soft coat coverage, okay? Amber has got us some paint. Thank you so much, Amber. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that colour palette. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Amber selected some gorgeous colours for us. Right, so let's quickly mix it through and I'll show you what it's like. We'll use the black again because I think that's the easiest way for you to see it, because obviously the camera, when we do white on white, it like bleaches it all out and you can't see anything. Trust me, I know. I've sat at home before and thought, I can't see a thing. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is should we take some of this colour? This is lovely, this plum. There we go, give it a shake. And put some of the plum out just there onto the mat, really small amount. And then we're going to take some of the expanding paste. Remember, this one is Shop Expand. It's $14.99 for a 150ml tub. Get loads of it. I'm just going to take the actual paste itself, like that, and then a really small amount of the paint, there we go, and start to mix that into the paste, okay? And you want to sort of fold it in back and forth like this. And it's creating, oh, that's going a wonderful shade. It's like an aubergine colour. Wonderful plum shade it's going, there we are. And then you could add more paint if you want it to be darker, but I quite like the shade that's actually appearing there. Remember as well, if you were to mix a second colour in this, you could almost get a marbled look if you don't fully mix it. And then that, of course, as well will also puff up. So now with that being the colour it is, I'm just going to paste it here out onto the cardstock. Of course, we could go through a stencil or paint a project, but I'm just going to show you here. Then I'm going to get my heat tool, like this, and bring the heat up to it. Here we are. And you'll start to see now the coloured paste start to puff up, okay? Look at that, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So now you've got puff paste in any colour that you want, and there's over 100 colours within the Cadence range to play with. So they don't need to say to you, right, we bought you the expanding paste in green, blue, pink and red, because you can do it yourself, which is even better actually. So when you do expand it, it goes slightly lighter. So remember that, bear that in mind, and you can always add more if you want it to be darker. And the longer you leave the heat there, the larger the puffs will be, okay? If you just hold it there for a few seconds, it's slightly smaller, but hold it there for longer, you get bigger sort of puffed up effects. But look at that, how it's bubbled up in all those areas. Oh my goodness, look at that, it's amazing. And again, it's so soft, really, really soft when you put your finger next to it as well. So it's really smooth. You can put your nail into it as well. It really does dry fully flexible, but you can see it here on the cardstock. Now it's cooled. Feel that, it feels lovely. Absolutely gorgeous, and it does dry soft and flexible. But here again on the fabric, that is now washable. Shop Expand, $14.99 to go for yours. There's 150 mils inside that pot, and you saw how far it went just by using a teeny tiny amount. Hi Corinne.
Hello.
Corinne's in the studio. She's here. She's coming to have a spy on me. Corinne's coming up next in the hour with Stuart Robbins for a launch. For a launch? I know. We've got a launch this morning. We're going to be coming up with you at 9 o'clock, and then we're going to, of course, well, basically it's the David and Corinne show today. It's going to be us two all day for you. So we've got lots planned, lots in store. And we've got brand new rice paper launch as well coming up later on as well. I do need to let you know something though. The Cadence Aquastone bundle has been added to the show. Do you know what? I did wonder when I was sharing with you the details if we still had any of the bundle potentially available. And guess what? Amber's done a dream job of actually making that happen. Now, the Aquastone varnish comes to you for $39.99 $39.99 individually for a bottle. But to pay just £10 extra, you'll get a second bottle I know. So where you would be paying just shy of £80, 79.98 you would be paying today, you can get both bottles for £49.99. So essentially, you're buying one, pick whichever one you wanted to pay for, and then you're just paying tenner for the next one. And you're going to get your club discount off that, and instantly you're eligible for free postage, and you're going to get plenty of points. If you've gone for your Reflectique paint, you've got that in your basket, absolutely well worth thinking about the varnish, because then you can give it a full coat coverage with a varnish that encapsulates it, it glazes it, it does make it fully waterproof and of course moisture resistant. And again, easy on heavy traffic areas like bathroom tiles, on things where you would naturally find humidity and moisture fluctuating all the time. Aquastone is brilliant, and it is water based. So if you've got older pieces of furniture, or you've got decorative elements that have been, well, maybe they're vintage or antique, you tend to get away with using a water-based medium on the surface rather than an oil-based one, so it doesn't react with maybe traditional painting methods, which we've found a lot actually. I know I had a wonderful customer email in the other day saying she used some on a vintage sewing machine where some of the patina had come away, and it was absolutely fine and perfectly safe to use. Well, this is a water-based medium. You're getting a litre of it today for £49.99. Now, we usually share with you the 120ml bottle for £14.99. So you can easily work that out, that the fact that if you're going to be paying, I mean, how much would you be paying? You'd be paying a fortune if you were constantly replenishing that smaller bottle, because although it goes a long way, we use it almost on everything, don't we? We use it on Stephanie's decorative painting. I use it on glass, wood, metal, plastic, cardboard. We used it on watercolour card the other day to create enamelled glossed card. And then also as well, we've been using this alongside our icy flower paint to prime our cardstocks, because it still gives it that slick surface to adhere to. If you want to go for yours today, again, this will not be stocked again now before Christmas, along with all of our Cadence items. We've had our final delivery, which means, of course, we won't be getting anything in now until probably mid to late January. So it's a fair wait until we're going to be getting anything restocked. If you're joining us today for the show and you know you've been thinking about it or sitting on the fence, now's the time to get yours. Shop varnish, £49.99. Before we head on over, I just want to share with you the Reflectique paint. Now, there's 2 left. It was back in stock today.
That's all just allocated.
Oh, it's sold out. It's gone. I will still show you how it works because we've not even yet demoed it. But thank you so much. When I mentioned that this was going to be busy, I didn't quite expect it to sell out as fast as it has. But thank you so much for joining us for the show. I know you were shopping ahead this morning before we even came to air, and you still are doing. So thank you so much for your support. But if you've got that and you're getting it home, I'm so excited for you. It's a brilliant paint. Also, something that's really busy and popular is that expanding paste. Okay, this is £14.99 for 150ml. It's an all water-based medium. You add your inks and your paints to it to pigment it, create in any colour that you want. There'd be no good as standing here saying, okay, it's £150 for all these different colours of expanding paste, when you can just get one and make it your own colour. Now that's what I would like to hear, and it also allows you to be more creative, because if we shared with you dark orchid as a colour, you might have wanted a lilac, so you can add your own colour into it to create your very own shade. So actually you've got far more options and you're spending far less. £14.99 Shop Expand is going to get you that one into your basket. Of course, if you're shopping on the website, just simply drop and drag and add it into your basket that way. Or if you're on social media, your code is Shop Expand. Something that I've not yet shared with you is the Crystal and the Glimmer Frost. Now, these 2 mediums come to you, of course, in the run-up to Christmas. We reintroduced these back in stock last week, and with these, they provide a holographic and a frosty finish. Now, the one that we're going to share with you first is, of course, your Crystal Shine. Now, you can see on the label there, we've got that holographic shimmer. What this is, it's a translucent medium with glitter and holographic film inside it. You can use it along with paste, but it's also a great top coat for anything festive. So, Christmas card, if you've done some glassware with the icy snow paste on and you want to go over the top with just a layer of holographic glimmer, then this is the one to use. It's only £10.99. Use such a small amount considering how much it actually covers. You do as well on the show have for you your Glimmer Frost. The Glimmer Frost comes to you again in a 90ml pot, £10.99 for this one. If you're thinking festive and thinking Christmas and you're crafting for Christmas, Reflectique paint, icy snow paste, the snow foam paint, expanding paint, and your Glimmer Frosts and Crystal Shine are all part of the same family, combined together to create an outstanding finish on just one project. So they can all be utilised together, okay? That one is Shop Frost. Just before we head back on over, I just need to let you know though, already the varnish bundle is really busy. When we did manage to have this as a bundle at the start of the week, it was absolutely flying. We didn't quite sell out, but it could well happen today with the way that it's looking. Already 15% of what we've got allocated for this show is now sat within baskets. So please, definitely after the show or during the hour, go to your messages, check out those links and get those baskets checked out, because for both of them it's down to $49.99 for a litre, where for 120 ml you'd usually be paying $14.99. So absolute steal. This is what Black Friday is all about, being able to bring you these deals. Also the plates, we've only got 2 of these left. 2 left in stock. Wow, limited stock for these ones. Shop plate will get you these, both of them for $8.99. They're a wonderful serving plate, and again, they would look wonderful in the centre of the table for Christmas Day. Got that lovely wavy scalloped edge, but again, we bought these in purely not just because, I mean, for me, I bought the round ones and I've never even painted them. They're just nice to have on my table because I just love them. But you can use them for candles and potpourri. But these, they're great for, of course, rice paper. We've got a rice paper show coming up today. If you're wanting to create something new, these would be perfect for that, and all of the mediums we've gone through so far you can use on porcelain. Shop plate $8.99. Now just before, what time are we on? 8:46, where is the time gone? I'm going to show you this Reflectique paint because I'll only spend a few minutes here because of course it has sold out now, but it has been exceptionally busy this morning, so thank you so much. And I know lots of you have been shopping for the collection that we do have coming up next for you. Now, I have these 2 glass ornaments here, or glass vases. They've been painted more times than I've had some dinners, but this one has been painted in the pink diamond paint. This was painted in the green diamond paint. I've then gone over the top with this one, just with 2 coats of the silver Reflectique. Now, it dries with this sort of crystallized finish, okay, so it has this ultra sparkle to it. And again, you get these different flashes of metallic depending on which tone you've used. So just to show you the consistency, let's remove this one, get it out of the way, there we go. And we're going to just pop some out onto our mat here. Now, automatically, upon appearance, you can see how that's come out of the pot there, how it's like peaked off towards the top. It's thicker. It's not like a general acrylic, and that's because it has all of those little tiny metal crystals. I call them metal crystals. They're like iron filings inside this. And they create a really, really compact bonding. It's still creamy and soft. It's velvety to paint with, but it dries dimensional. So I'm just going to tap that back inside the pot like that. There we go. And let's start with a soft flat brush. Now, typically when working with Reflectique, soft flat brush is the desired tool of choice. It's going to give you the nicest coverage. Load up your brush with it. You can see here already. Look how sparkly that is. Look how the light just bounces off the brush there. It is like you've got almost gold leaf in a liquid form. And as we start to go onto the surface, 2 coats is always suggested with this because you've got that crystallization in there which gives you an ever so slight sheer finish on first appearance. But you can see how the light bounces off, and that is completely over the top of another colour. Now, because you do have that texture within the paint, it does mean, as you're brushing back and forth with it, you get this build-up of all these little fine crystals, but then in other areas, it does look like it's burnished down, which is absolutely stunning. So I'm only going to do half of this part. So I'm going to do the front-facing side to show you the contrast of what it was like previously, and that's one of the most effective ways, I believe, I can share with you in a short space of time the durability and, you know, the perseverance of a paint like this. So going into all those indentations, back and forth, just like this with the brush, and I'm using the same brush stroke back and forth like this, going over where we previously painted, and then we're going to do some swoops up the neck of the bottle like this, and this is just from a charity shop. It could be absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be anything special. You can make it look special with the paint. So we'll start from the top, work our way down, and then you can see that graining that's created from within there, and it gives you a really striking effect, but the light just bounces off it. Now that is a first coat coverage. I'm going to quickly blast it with the hairdryer, and we're going to go in and just do a gentle top coat, because then what we can do is when such as the gold or the silver is dry, we can then add our icy snow paint, we can add our expanding paste onto the top of it and have puffed up snow almost puthering down the sides. You can do tons, yeah, absolutely tons with it, but you can see the difference from just having a standard gold paint with little to no texture in it, okay, which is smooth, This is, of course, like, it's a concrete apple, so there's a bit of texture in the concrete anyway. But then you can see what it's like when you've got a paint with this like ultra fine grit inside it. It just instantly gives you that mirrored flash. It's crazy. Remember, if you do want this to be fully waterproof outside, I would suggest a layer of varnish. Unfortunately, we've got the varnish on that great bundle for you. It's shop varnish $49.99. If you want to go for that today, I don't know how long that offer's still going to be available for. It may be up until Monday, because I know, of course, we've got Black Friday, and then it all sort of like rounds up on a Monday with something called Cyber Monday. I don't know what that is, but it sounds special. It sounds interesting. Remember as well, today though, we do have an incredible deal in the studio, a much loved brand here at Highlight Crafts. Half price on the website. Go to the brand shop for In the Studio and you'll find all of what is on there at half price. Anything that's excluded or exempt will be what's launched in November, of course. It wouldn't be fair to discount something that soon for you if it's just been launched, because that would be very frustrating. But anything in the past will now, of course, be of a great offer for you. Shop varnish, though, I do need to tell you, 20% of that has now jumped its way on into the baskets. Now, second coat of this, straight back over the top. Now, this is where you start to build up. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This paint is crazy. Honestly, I don't know how they've managed to do it. And when you see it in person, it's even better. Sometimes really tricky to portray it through that lens of that camera, but let's have a look. Take a bit more paint out. There we go. I'm going to pick up a bit more of that paint. Honestly, I don't know where this morning's show has gone at all. It has just flown by. But it's been so wonderful, and I'm so glad I was able to share with you just in the nick of time before Christmas really gets going. Of course, a back in stock from my favourite brand of paint in the world, Cadence. And I'm not biased just because I work with them, but it is the best I have ever put my finger on and laid my eyes on. And this paint just blows it. I mean, look at that. That coverage, that finish. Look how shiny it is. And you can see it was, of course, painted pink, but now we've got that ultra reflective shine from this. It has all gone though, I'm afraid. I don't want to tease anybody else with it being unavailable. Although, having said that, if it is sat in a basket, I mean, I'm not going to suggest people are going to take it out of one another's baskets, but I know people do. So you might want to get checked out ASAP. Right, okay, so with your icy snow paste, you can go directly over the top of your Reflectique. So you could grab some of your icy snow paste and start to build it up on here with that snow. Look at that, how you can create really big puddles of snow. And this could be all going down the edges like this. Okay, and you're just creating wonderful mounds of snow, almost like it's just being built up on the edge. You create this wonderful frosted bottle. So what I would do is go in with the icy snow first, like this, and then the second product I would go in with would be the Glimmer Frost, because that would add a wonderful finish to it. So all I'm doing now is just getting this snow and carrying it up the stem of the bottle, like this, okay, and then we'd have it just tapering down. So the snow looks like it's going to start cascading down the edge of this bottom. Really build it up there. Quite a bit of profile with it. There we go. 1 minute 30? You joking? Okay. So you can see how the snow, you could then start to build up on the sides of these. Just to really quickly show you that expanding paste one last time before we have to say goodbye, before we go into the next show. If you were to grab any card like this that you've made from scratch, made it by hand, maybe it's a shop bought one, anything like that, shop bought card, what does that mean? And what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this expanding snow just down in the bottom of that here, okay? Put it onto your cards, go straight in with your heat gun. Mine's just hiding under here. Grab this, and then you create snow on all of your cards. Let's have a look. Here we are. So bring that heat tool all the way up and create that snow. Stunning effect. Oh my word. And there you have it. You've got snow on every single one of your cards. Look at that. Shop Expand $14.99. Everybody, thank you so much for joining myself and the team for this morning's show. Please make sure to get your baskets checked out. Don't go anywhere though. Grab a cup of tea. We'll see you in 3 with myself and the lovely Corinne through that wall for a Two Red Robins launch. See you then. Bye.